Alright. Oh, let's see. Say hey there. Well, hopefully the audio's a little better this time. How y'all doing, huh? So hopefully everybody's surviving the rain, because I know we had a ton of it. Yeah, all that rain in the grass out there, which you might not be able to see. But anyway. Alright, so we're going to do the adaptive foot pedals today. You're going to see a whole lot of equipment on the table, but it's a lot easier than you think it's going to be. So here we go. So I'm going to put pictures of this too with descriptions, but basically, you know, one of the main things we're going to need is a jigsaw. If you don't have a jigsaw, I highly recommend you get one. That one is actually very cheap. I think it was maybe like 40 bucks on Amazon, but it has the little dial that you can turn. So that's going to help make the turns. But I know it's weird to see a pipe cutter in this video, but I'm going to attempt to cut this in half with that just to see what happens, because that might make the backside a lot easier to make. Basically, it's gonna sit on the back end of the you know, where the foot's gonna come in and rest on that. So hopefully it'll work out the way I want it to. But yeah, but the sawzall is gonna basically cut these bolts down, because once you put them through, they're gonna need to be cut shorter. Then you got all the washers and all that stuff, and then I'm gonna put the sizing on all these things on the below the video. So alright, try that again. When you don't put the battery in, well, when you don't charge your batteries, that's what happens, you get cut off. But now I got the unlimited battery in. So anyway, alright, so basically I actually got this wood in the cheap pile. I call it a cheap pile because they actually have a I don't know what they even call it. It's like the throwaway pile that I guess people either didn't want, or they just were rolling pieces of wood or something. I don't know. I think they had purple painted on them, but it was just, I think it was like 75% off, and I only needed one piece of board. So it's like, why spend in retail when you can just, I'm only gonna need a little tiny portion of the board. So again, we're gonna make foot pedals just like you see on that adaptive bike in the background. So we're just gonna make new ones. That way you can see how to make them. So hopefully my camera skills may be improved, but probably not. So bear with me. All right. Alright, so I already measured the shoe size, because you want to make these longer than the shoe. At least that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to use the really bad piece of wood. I had to cut it in half because it was a 16-foot board and my van only holds about 10 feet. So I measured 9 inches. So we're gonna go ahead and take some of these tools out of the way too. Hey, don't need them all right in the way anymore. That was just to show y'all. There's a battery that doesn't hold charge anymore. Alright. So 9 inches. Tape measures. Maybe that's better. Sure. Okay. So, 9 inches. Measure 9. I'm not going to be as careful as I would with the PVC pipe, because this does not have to be picture perfect. As long as you are basically in the friggin' ballpark, it's going to work just fine. Well, should. Alright. Now we gotta put the blade in the jigsaw. telling you folks, tools that you really should have at your house. Jigsaw, cordless drill, that's basically a must. If you don't have that, you might as well just go to the store and buy one right now just for the heck of it. I'm just kidding. Let's see. I always use the fine blades just because they're meant for metal, but I don't know, they don't rip the board up as much, at least in my opinion. Notice I don't have it plugged in yet. That way I don't rip my hands off, my fingers off, whatever you want to call it. So on this one, you pull back on the lever. I don't know if you can see that or not. Pull back on the lever. And it just goes right in. And now it's stuck. Okay. Flip this board. Oh, let's see. Alright, now we got the extension cable. Alright. Well, this jigsaw only turns on when you press the trigger. I'm pretty sure that's how they all work. You should be wearing safety glasses for this, but yeah, well, it's alright. It'll be okay. I don't think Ocean's watching this, so. Alright. Remember, I'm gonna put the dial. Right now it's on straight. Actually, we want straight. Later, we're gonna turn the dial. And you just take it easy. Don't have to go nuts. Bet you that was loud to the mic. Alright. See, it's not a perfectly straight, but it's alright. Life's not gonna end with this. It's just gonna have my foot on it. And I'm just gonna use it to measure the next one. Because you gotta have 2 per side. Not a good tool for that, but it's alright. That's what I'm using. Okay. Everybody's probably like, this dude's crazy. I know. That's right. Next, probably shaking that camera. Yeah, don't ever put your head by it while it's still spinning. Like I said, these aren't straight cuts, but they don't have to be, so I'm not worried at all. Going for quick cuts. Quick, quick, quick. If you really wanted to have perfect cuts, you'd use a chop saw or something like that, but most people don't really want to spend about $100 and something plus just so they can cut something really, really good. Because you might only use it once a year, just like mine. I'm just picking. I use it probably a little bit more than that. We're almost done. 2 more. See, almost done. Almost done. Hopefully you can see me on that camera too. That's right, we fancy. We got 2 cameras today. Watch out. Hopefully you can actually hear all of this. Hopefully. If not, oh well, I tried. Say last one. Last one. If you notice, I'm not cutting into the table. I'm using the center open. So, alright, last one. telling you folks, jigsaws are beast. And like I said, these are not straight cuts, so before you all say, oh, they're not straight, it's okay. They're foot pedals, folks. They're as straight as they need to be. So, like I said, don't mind that. That's just because I'm not worried about it. Okay, so we got 4 of them. Now, I'm gonna see if we can cut this in half with a PVC cut. Alright. And since the Sawzall uses the same battery as a Ryobi, well, at least mine does, because they're both Ryobis. Just pop that on off. Grab the Ryobi. Slap it on. Ooh, yeah. Brand new too, just got this one just for this. Not even expensive. I think 40 bucks, maybe 50 bucks. I'll put it in the description. No worries. Alright. And I just happened to get the DeWalt blades. It was cheap on Amazon, so that's why I bought them. I'm not one of those people that say, oh, DeWalt, but they do make good stuff though. Gotta hand them that. I'm gonna take the battery back out. Put the blade in so I don't cut my fingers off like I didn't do. Remember, safety first, folks. You just pull that little lever out. See that lever? There, yeah. Place the blade as far as it's gonna go in. And that's it. It's in. Now we're gonna put the battery back in. Hopefully this works good, because I've never used it. Clamps. Clamps are a thing of beauty. Let's see. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. So, I think... Well, let's see. If it's not strong enough, I'll get another clamp out. That's it. It's gonna be funny. People are like, what are you doing? Well, let's just see. It might work perfect. It might not. Well, that thing was coming out without even trying, huh? Yeah, I got a tool chest back there. That's why I keep leaving the scene for a moment. Alright, go a little bit stronger clamp. I really shouldn't even, you know what? Hell with it. We'll give it a like, ready? Perfect cut. I mean, I'm sure it's not perfect, but it's way better than the last one. And if you want to see what I'm doing is, it's going to go on the back end of it. So now we got to cut this so it sits there. Pretty cool, man. It cut it really good. All right. Pretty sure I'm in the focus. Yep. Alright. Sure, just can see it. This could be closer. Alright. Yeah, sure. I'm sure it's fine. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a pen or a pencil, whatever you want to use. Well, not on that piece of wood, right? Duh. That would have been funny. Jesus. On the pedals. Wow. That just shows you how much of a pro I am. So, I'm going to go a little bit on the... Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll just go right on the outside edge. Put it as close to the edge as possible. So I'm trying to do this for the camera. It'd be a lot easier if I wasn't. It's alright. Okay. Jeez. It's crazy how much harder it is when you're trying to do it for a camera. See, you got a nice little line. Hopefully you can see that. Not sure if you can or can't, but see? Yeah, you can see that line right there. So now the fun part. It's not easy doing a perfect cut like this with a jigsaw, but that's why it's got that setting, the big turn. You know, it's got the big turn setting where you can, the big zigzag. So it was on straight. That should let me turn pretty easily, you know. Again, I'm cutting off the table so I don't put a hole right through it. Alright. So, let's see. Let's see. Doesn't have to be perfect, folks. You don't do it like that. Still got the finger, no cuts, but almost did that one. What I would recommend, clamp it, but yeah, still got the finger. It's okay. Just learn from my stupidity on safety right there. Tell you what though. Oh baby, that's nice. Oh yeah, great. You know, it's like, now you got the back of the foot. Now obviously you probably don't need that big of a back, but it's really not going to hurt anything to have it. So I don't think it'll hurt anything at all. I'm trying to think of what I used last time. That actually, no, that was about the same size. So anyway, alright. Now you could always take a Sawzall and just rip it a little bit more, but I'm not worried about that, so. Alright, that's right, no blood. Just gotta be smart. And I almost wasn't just now, so. So now we gotta do the same thing to another one. So, to this. Just remember folks, safety first, and if I'm not doing the safety, do it better yourself, sorry. See, this time I'm going to stop and turn it so that it doesn't fling into my hand this time. Cool. Sweet, another one. It's like, boom, fits. Watch out. Like I know what I'm doing, huh? Alright, so that's probably one of the harder parts of this whole project. Hey look, all my fingers still there. Hey. Alright, so now we gotta drill. Just remember when you do this, one needs to be regular, one needs to not be regular. I guess technically you could make them both, but I'm not. So this has got to go through this to this. Basically it's gonna hold it together around the pedal. You'll see, don't worry. Alright, I'm using a paddle bit because it's gonna allow me to make it flush for that head to not stick out. You can use drill bits, whatever you want to use. Of course, a battery would help. See, look, it's a battery. Hey, it works. Like I said, just be careful. Alright. That's how you tighten it on a Ryobi. A lot of drills you have to actually tighten it, but all the new ones you just hold that and squeeze. Alright, so probably gonna put one there. It's not exact science. I'm not going all the way through. Yeah, I'm going slow. You don't need to go fast. Or you can go a little fast. Just in case it goes through the table. Remember, we want to see it. I'm getting there. Ooh, we're close. We're close. Remember, you can keep checking. It doesn't take long. Perfect. See, what we're going for is so that the head is perfectly flush. I don't know if you can tell, but it's perfectly flush. So when we go this way, it'll be perfect. And it even starts your pre-drill for your drill bit. Alright, tell you what, let's go ahead and do both of them. Trying to go as center as I can. Remember, you can always keep checking, but once you go too, don't want to go all the way through. Didn't even probably go anywhere on that one. That might be it. Oh, so close, so close. So close. Oh yeah. Boom. I don't know if you can tell, but it's nice and flush. Why I'm doing it. I'm trying to kind of make them both the same spots. Just to kind of, I don't know, just look good. I don't know, whatever you want to say. So, you don't always have to use a measuring tape. Try to be even as you can. A little bit further. Oh yeah, by the way, this is, I'm pretty sure this is 3/4 inch wood. I'll have to look it up on my receipt. Oh, well, I'm glad I stopped. It's flush, but looks, I guess you could say, I don't know, it's whatever. don't worry, I'm gonna show y'all that it actually does work on a bike. So you don't think I'm crazy. Voila! Rhyme it up, baby. Alright, be careful till you burn your hand doing that. Alright. So, I'm drilling the same size as the drill bit. I see something here. Not sure if you can see it, but hopefully you can. Anyway, it's the same size. That way, again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Don't do it over a table because it will drill right through. Alright. Stupid. Let's see if I'm right on the size here. Should go all the way through. Yep. Alright. And use that to align the next set, right? So, of course, the trick is let's see. Tell you what, we'll just not go all the way through yet, right? Sure. I don't want to drill through my table. I highly recommend not doing this on a folding table, if you. But this is so I can have video cameras set up. That's why. Yeah. All right. So. Center. Alright, so now I know it's in. Now I can go ahead. Off camera, huh? There we go. That should be on camera, sure. Sorry, hopefully y'all saw that. But I start out slow, or semi. Yeah, I just don't rip into it, and then rip through. It's not bad, you know? Not bad at all. Obviously they're gonna be apart. Pretty much be in the ballpark of that. You know? But just remember, if a bolt is sticking further out than you want it to, just redo the hole. But that's pretty darn good, you know. See, that's pretty flat. If you want to see the bevel. And that's the next hat trick. All right, now we gotta drill the holes so they can go into there. For this one, it's a little bit smaller than this screw. Well, at least it looks like it. So that way the screw will bite the wood and actually, you know, do what it's supposed to do. Keep it tight on. So just the basics. If you don't drill first, you have a very high good chance of cracking the wood. And you don't want to crack the wood. So what we'll do is we'll go real close to the edge. Really close. Start slow. Hopefully you can see this. basically know where your fingers are at so you don't drill through them. Start slow. Alright. And once you're done, you can just go crazy and go. I'm not that worried about this, so I'm gonna put it on right near the outside edge, but not so far that it might crack the plastic. God, PVC. So easy to drill. Same theory. Not right on the edge, but close enough. Should work. Should work. That should be it for outside. I'm gonna do the rest of it inside, so stay tuned for going inside.